Ladies and gentlemen, it's teaser talk time.
Would y'all look at that sad ass corn? But that's a badass tractor.
I feel like no topic is off limits for teaser talk.
I just picture them with an iPad, and I mean, that's it. Let's get real. We were the cool kids who were too cool for the other kids to realize we were cool.
You goddamn better believe it.
Hand check, you guys.
I may have been conceived to that song, Hollie.
Make some noise for your co-hosts, Hey Donna, hey, and Hollie Nicole.
Hope you guys are having the raddest day ever. Hey Donna, hey, and Hollie Nicole here with another kick-ass podcast episode.
And we couldn't be more excited about our guest today. Not only is she kick-ass, but she's actually our first female artist on the show. Everyone, welcome Emmalea Deal.
Hello. Hello, people. People of all over.
All over, global. So, yes, we are so excited to have you on. And for those who aren't familiar with you, can you give us an intro about you and all that good stuff?
Intro about me. As you can see, I'm a very colorful person. I wear mostly black, but my hair and my makeup and my room is always extremely bright. And I like color a lot. My name is Emmalea Deal. I am a singer-songwriter, a Nashville alternative rock / pop recording artist, however you want to call it, because people have different names for everything, but that's just what I call myself. I'm from Summersville, West Virginia, so the West Virginia local girl, local musician, branching out, going tri-state. I work a lot in Nashville and the Tennessee area. I've been doing this for probably professionally 4 or 5 years now. So, yes, I've been in the game a little while.
Wow.
That's awesome. So one of the things that we kind of like to find out, one of our favorite things to know, is how you got here. So what's your story? What brought you to perform the music that you do?
Music, okay. Well, from the time I was a child, I don't want to say the generic answer of, when I opened my mouth, I started singing. I mean, it wasn't like that, but I was always the kid with the really big mouth, and I wanted so much attention, but I meant it in a nice way. I just wanted everyone to pay attention to me, and that's what I wanted. So I guess a good way to do that was talent shows, and I always dreamed of being this fashion designer / actress / musician, rock star. Musician and rock star was at the tail end of it, but I discovered that I wasn't too bad of a singer as a kid, and I would always sing along to the High School Musical and Camp Rock soundtracks and all that. That's what I'd enter the talent shows with. Specifically, the song that I remember most is Demi Lovato's "This Is Me." So it all started as talent shows, and that progressed, and I met a lot of friends that were into the same thing as I am, and one thing led to another. I started playing with some local musicians when I was a bit older, around 12 years old, just some local bands sitting in, doing some older, classic music from the, 50s to 80s era, that sort of country-ish folk thing, if you want to call it that. Just sitting in with some of the local talent and hanging out, having a good time, and it progressed. A lot of people really liked my voice, and I wanted to make it a career, So I just started doing literally as much as I can with my music, making it the way I wanted to. Because as much as I loved the older music, it wasn't for me. I had my own thing that I wanted to say, and it was that I'm Emmalea Deal, and I'm bright and colorful and weird, and I want people to feel what I feel on the inside sometimes, which, sometimes everyone feels a little sad or a little mad or confused or whatever, and I wanted people to relate to that. So I started writing my own music and met with a few different agencies, artist development companies in Nashville, Tennessee, and they really helped me grow into the artist that I am today. And gigging nonstop, I made an album, which is the best way I could ever explain myself. Just listen to this album and then you'll know me. And here we are. that's my story.
That's awesome. So you went from like High School Musical, probably to like people can relate to it, to like 50s, 80s. I mean, that's just kind of widespread. Who would you say that your influences are?
Okay, so it starts out all over the place, like influences musically, or who inspires me just as an artist or a musician in general.
I mean, both, really, because I feel like it kind of entwines one way or another, right?
Okay. People who inspire me is my grandpa was actually a bluegrass musician. Wasn't anything like a gigging musician or anything, but he just jammed out at the kitchen table at night, doing his thing, with his little guitar, doing Lester flats and Earl Scruggs, that sort of thing. And he's the one that taught me my first guitar chord. He taught me one chord, and that was it. I taught myself the rest because I was impatient. So he's a big influence on me, and he's the one that was like, hey, my family member can play guitar. I can do this too. So there's that. People like, I love Patsy Cline. I grew up on a lot of Patsy Cline. I just thought she was like the image of class. I loved her so much. She was like still one of the most beautiful women to ever live, in my opinion. And her voice is amazing, and that she really inspires me vocally. I love her sound and I love her voice. But musically, and the way I write, I would say a mix of like Cole meets No Doubt, meets a lot of the older stuff like Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, a little Blondie pop influence in there, the Breeders, that sort of thing. Nothing with some more modern influences in there. That's like my style. So
I can totally see that.
yeah, thank you.
So we've seen some of your music covers that you have up on YouTube, which are pretty awesome. I think one of my favorites was like how you gave a alternative rock vibe to Cheap Thrills. So what are your favorite songs to cover?
Favorite songs to cover? Oh my gosh. So live, me and my band do this really awesome cover of Britney Spears, the song Toxic. And it's so much fun because there's like in the chorus when she's like, intoxicate me now, we turn it into like kind of like this heavy breakdown part. And it's really strange because you don't hear Britney Spears like add in like a breakdown bridge in her song. So it's so cool to hear like the guitars and everything blasting and make it into a total like powerhouse song. Like, because the song was amazing to start with. And that was like my favorite Britney Spears song ever. So I had to do it. That's probably one of my favorites too.
That's awesome.
Probably. Or we do like a weird sort of punk rock cover of Jolene by Dolly Parton. So that's also a fun one to do. So I think someone, my show last Saturday, I think they tagged Emmalea Deal, so you could probably find it on my Facebook, but they got the punk rock part of the song. So if anyone ever wants to see that, it's on my Facebook page, like in my tagged mention section, I'm pretty sure. So
I'm gonna have to track that down. That sounds awesome.
yeah, I'll send it to you guys privately in case anyone wants to see it. Just share it up on your page, and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk a little more about your music. So you've actually got some stuff up on Spotify and Apple Music. Most recently, you've released the single Ghost, which I love. What can you tell us about the song?
Ghost. Okay, so out of all the songs on the album, it is actually the first song that I started writing for the album, which is about to come out very soon. We're releasing the album single by single, and then releasing it all in a big collection for a couple $1 discount. So you can get it for a better deal, or you can just pick and choose the singles that you want. So the album Slamming Doors, it's the first song I started writing for it. And it's one of those songs it's like a take it or leave it sort of thing, Like it's like a here I am, I love you, do you love me back? Tell me yes or no so I can get on with my life, and either stop being a ghost or continue being a ghost and let me know about it. Like obviously those aren't the lyrics, but that was what I was feeling when I wrote the song. To say it, just like really dumb it down and be like, hey, yeah.
Like yes or no. That's awesome. That's cool to
Yeah,
always hear like how artists, when they write their own music, how they like what they were feeling, because a lot of people don't actually get that, right? So that's cool that you shared that with us. Thank you.
Yeah, no
It sounds like
problem.
you've already accomplished a lot in 2018, and it's barely past the first quarter, so congrats.
No, thank
What
you.
else do you have in store for 2018?
2018, is the way I've planned it is like 2016 was like the rehearsal, and 2017 was the dress rehearsal. So we were getting really ready for it. And 2018 is like the real thing. I feel like this is like ever since January 1st, I felt like the sort of good aura and good energy around me. Some of that crazy, crystal energy stuff. I'm not really into that, but I felt it. Like someone's good vibes were all rubbed off onto me, and I'm feeling it, and I'm still feeling it. But a lot of good things has happened. Actually, something really cool is I recently got endorsed by KB Guitars, custom guitars out of Memphis, and I have my own beautiful Frankenstein guitar that I've always dreamed of being built for me right now, and I am so excited. And yes, it matches my hair. So
Yes.
2018, that happened in 2018. I've met a lot of cool new people, a lot of musician friends like me, and have just made lifelong, buddies, and that's really important too. It's just making friends with everyone you meet. It's, the world is a cruel place, so you gotta have everybody's back as much as you can. You gotta look out for each other. So I've met a lot of new friends and a lot of new exciting opportunities that I can't necessarily announce right now, but some good stuff's going on. Trust me with that.
That's great. So it sounds like you have a lot of things going on. We can't wait to see what awesome things you do next.
Yes.
So, what advice would you give to girls out there who kind of want to break into the music business, from a female perspective?
hmm Yes. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to do. Like 4 and 5 years I've been doing this, and I've just now gotten to the point where I am now, which isn't even anything too big, but I'm somewhat successful right now. And it takes a long time for anyone, especially, females, because, there's so much about like you don't necessarily get to always have your way. And that's something that's really important is when you finally get your way and you finally get what you're trying to say and you do what you want to do, it's that like important like breaking free feeling. So my advice would be just whatever you want to do, whether you're a musician, let's say you're a musician, and whether you sing country or pop, rock, whether you're like some sort of trap SoundCloud star, no matter what you do, as long as you're doing 100% what you love and you're happy with it, that's the one thing that matters the most out of anything is just be yourself and never let anyone try to change you. Even, even if it would make you like more popular, like crazy rich or something, unless you want to be crazy rich or popular, but always stick to yourself, and happiness is the one thing that always matters the most. And just never let anyone try to bring you down and change you into something you're not. So that's my advice. I mean, I could go on for hours, but that's my generalization.
That's some great stuff. I hope that advice finds someone who's definitely needing it, because that's some good stuff.
Yes, this is the advice that I would try to give myself when I was 12 and 13, trying to figure out what exactly I am and how I was going to become exactly what I am. Like, that's the thing, is figuring out who you are. And, a lot of people, they say, you're born knowing who you are. And it's like, you don't know that. You don't really know who you are until you try different things, until you explore. And, it can be a long journey. It can be a short journey, so hopefully everybody at some point finds the thing that's right for them,
That's great advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is.
No
So
problem.
before we let you go, tell us a little more about how listeners can find your music and follow you.
Okay, you can find my music and follow me pretty much, anywhere you type in Emmalea Deal. I'm pretty sure I've jumped on every social media fad ever. But to get more specific about it, where I'm most active, you can find me a lot on Facebook and Instagram. Those are like my two main places, at Emmalea Deal, EMMALEADEAL. If you didn't know how to spell it, there it is. I'm also on Twitter a little bit, not too much, but all my Facebook posts come through there. So if you're not on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter and get the same exact feed. I'm also on Snapchat under Emmalea Music. So a lot of my behind the scenes and backstage silliness are on my Snapchat. So that's can be very funny with a million pictures of my dogs, because my dogs are my life besides my music. I love them so much. And YouTube as well. Find me on YouTube. Check out my music videos. I have a music video coming out for Ghost very, very soon. It is being, like, the final rough draft is being edited as we speak. So, yes, that's going to be coming out very soon on my YouTube and, Spotify and iTunes as well. Emmalea Deal.
Awesome. So everybody make sure you go out and follow, give Emmalea some love. It was a pleasure hanging out with you. We just want to say thank you so much for the time and taking the time to sit down with us.
No problem. Like, this is so casual and I enjoy this because I'm just in my room hanging out with my coffee, talking to people that are like-minded, and I enjoy that. Thank you for, letting me talk with you guys. Like, I love this.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to seeing those dog pictures. That's where I'm headed as soon as we leave here. I'm going to go find those cute puppies.
Yeah, Pomchi and a Bichon Frise, so got a lot of mix going on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, as always, guys, you can find us on social media as well. Follow us on Instagram at Teaser Talk, and you can now catch us on Facebook, also Teaser Talk. We have some rad giveaways going on right now. We will be putting up some different content soon for you guys to see. As well, look out. Emmalea is going to send us those clips. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and we're going to share those for you guys as well. And until next time, guys, just keep rocking.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Teaser Talk.
Tune in next time to catch some more shenanigans.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Teaser Talk. Also, follow us on Twitter at talk_2_teaser.
Until next time, keep rocking.